Okay, I kind of wanted to make a video on this. This was a pretty big thing that happened. So essentially yesterday, chat, if you don't know, this one streamer who doesn't actually show up in my directory because I only search for channels in English because I am uncultured and forgot how to speak Spanish after my 5 years of class. But there's this one streamer who somehow got, access, you could say early access to a build of the game that is not yet released. You could say that that person may or may not be getting a cease and desist letter pretty soon. You could say that that person was maybe a member of the Genshin Impact content creator program who did sign their information away to Hoyoverse. And maybe you could even say as much as Twitch also being partnered with Hoyoverse, potentially affecting that person if anything were to come of them leaking a whole bunch of stuff. Basically, yesterday, someone just streamed 3.0 from a private server. It was all sorts of fucked. It was all sorts of fucked because what ended up happening is he got 3K viewers and he has almost 60K followers. So it's like a pretty big account, right? But he averages like 100 to 200 concurrent viewers. And on this stream, he got 3,000 viewers because he was streaming a private server where they took the beta game files, recreated it, and then sent him the files and let him basically play on it with console commands. And he was able to explore Sumeru and play the new characters, and a bunch of people were watching. Now, the problem with this, obviously, just leaking this live is insane. I don't know what this guy was thinking. I have no idea what this guy was thinking. But it's not even just that, right? It's that he did it on Twitch, which is partnered with Hoyoverse. So Twitch and Hoyoverse are working together to promote certain Genshin content creators, and they are constantly doing drops and events together. And now somebody has the audacity to steal Hoyoverse's IP that they have not released publicly and stream it to Twitch, which has basically just put their life at risk. Because now, not only can Twitch give Hoyoverse that information if they threaten a lawsuit, but Hoyoverse also has his personal information anyways, because he had to sign things to be in the content creator program. I know this because I'm a content creator. Even though it's not an official contract, it is still something that you sign and you say, I will not leak things. And if I do get leaked, I can have my account terminated and I can have my partnership terminated. And so at the very least, the least bad thing that happens to this guy is his main account for Genshin gets banned. That is like the least bad thing that could happen to them. The worst thing that could happen to them is they can receive a cease and desist letter. They could get fined over 80 grand. Like that's like the minimum. This guy could have his entire life ruined. Here's one other thing, chat. One other thing. If this person was streaming without face cam, they kind of have plausible deniability because like you could say my account got hacked and these are by the same people who stole the beta codes and went to the files and stuff. So like it wouldn't be too far off to say like, oh, they could hack my account and like they could be streaming from my profile. It wasn't me, guys. You'd have plausible deniability, even though you'd probably still get in trouble and you'd still get caught. In a court of law, you have like plausible deniability. But this person streamed with their face cam on. So not only did they steal Hoyoverse's IP, they also did it with a face cam on while signed into a contract with Hoyoverse where they have their personal information on a platform that is partnered with Hoyoverse that has his personal information. So like this person is so screwed. Like you can say like he didn't sign like a beta contract, but it's still intellectual property of Hoyoverse. They can take down any property that they want that has to do with Genshin. If they wanted to, if they didn't like my channel and they hated it a lot, they could go to my channel, they could strike down all of my Genshin videos. Every single one, they could remove it if they wanted to. But they're not doing that because I'm doing good things for them. I'm providing content and it's not breaking any rules and stuff. But for things they don't like to see, like leak videos, they can just strike down any of those videos that they want at any time, and that person can have their account permanently banned. The same thing happens on Twitch, and if they want to take it a step further, they can file their lawsuit. So it's like this person has essentially ruined their own life because they wanted to stream 3.0 for clout because they felt invincible because they didn't sign an NDA for beta, but they didn't realize that it's still illegal. I think they can only get in trouble if the VODs get caught because people stream with copyrighted music all the time on Twitch. Like, fuck, I'm doing it right now. You guys won't know if you're watching the VOD or if you're watching the YouTube video because I cut the audio out. But right now, this is copyrighted music. If someone from the company who like owns this music came in here, they could strike my channel, I'd be temporarily banned. But like, because there's so many people streaming, the odds of that person coming in here and doing that is like pretty low. However, when you do that with an entire video game that has millions of players, you are much more likely to get caught. I think that this person didn't realize that, and I think they feel like because they deleted the VODs, they're safe. They are not safe, especially considering so many people recorded it. What a silly goose. What a silly goose, chat. Like, as much as like we could say like, okay, no, he's probably okay, right? Because he did it incognito, or like he deleted his VODs, or like he's on a private server. He's not on like official Genshin stuff. It is official Genshin files. It's official Genshin IP. It's copyrighted. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what it is, because he could have streamed not leaks. He could have just streamed whatever he wanted and the same thing could happen. But now hoyoverse is mad. So now they are definitely coming after this person. You guys have heard they've taken out plenty of leakers before. Granted, these were people in the beta, but they've ruined many lives. Well, okay, people have ruined their own lives, right? Because, you know, they signed the NDA that says they will get fined $80,000 if they leak information. So it's like, on one hand, I empathize a little bit because like some of these people are like kids, or not kids, but like they're really young. On the other hand, it's like you did just sign a thing with like one of the biggest companies in the world that really doesn't like leaks, saying you wouldn't leak anything. So whatever your moral standpoint is there, doesn't really matter. I guess the point is that a lot of these people have their lives ruined by not having a stable enough job to be able to afford to pay off that fine or go to court. And a lot of them will lose their main account, which is like, if you haven't invested money in it, it doesn't matter. But like, that's another extra bit of money that you're losing. Some people can't go to school now because they leaked out of the beta. And some people will think hoyoverse is evil for that. But at the end of the day, this would happen with any company. The thing is just most companies don't care as much about leaks as hoyoverse does. But like, you should know going into this that hoyoverse cares about leaks. So yeah, point is, this guy's ruined. This guy's done for. And it's kind of sad, but it's also like kind of funny, because like, what are the odds? Like, the things people do for clout, the things that people will do so that way they can get a couple more viewers and revive their Twitch channel. This person obviously used to have way higher viewership, then something happened, so they were like, shit, I need to restore my channel. And then they did that. And like, all these big Genshin creators saw it. It's just a clown fiesta. It's a clown fiesta. For me, the worst part of this though is like, as funny as it is that this guy got kind of rolled, I think the worst thing for me is that they're gonna be less trustworthy with their creators. And someone brought that up in chat. I think you're like absolutely right. I'm worried about the 3.0 media server. I'm worried that they're not gonna provide it to us now, so we're not gonna be able to get the early access, make our videos. I'm worried that they're gonna be more skeptical about giving resources to creators, trusting creators to be on the front page, like all that sorts of stuff, because it's bad rep for the company too, to know your shit's getting leaked all the time. So this could potentially hurt relationships with creators, and that could potentially hurt me too. So it's like kind of annoying, but we'll see what happens. I'm hopeful that they recognize that this is an odd one out, right? Like this is just one really dumb person, because as far as I know, other creators haven't done the same thing. I haven't seen anyone else stream a private server, and all the other creators I haven't seen doing anything that would get them in trouble in the similar way. So